this morning, there is growing concern about those potential layoffs, and there are calls for the man overseeing those firings to testify before Congress. Virginia Congressman James Walkinshaw says the Trump administration's plan to fire employees during the funding lapse is not just disruptive, it is illegal. Congressman Walkinshaw joining us now this morning to talk more about this. Good morning to you. Thanks so much for being with us. I know it's been a busy week. I want to first start with your letter to House Oversight Chair James Comer calling for a hearing before Congress. What do you hope that this would potentially reveal?
Well, it's been clear from the initial threat from OMB Director Vogt to, quote, mass fire thousands of federal workers that it's patently illegal. The law is very clear. Operations during a shutdown are governed by the Anti-Deficiency Act, which very clearly lay out what the administration can and can't do. And what they cannot do is all of the administrative and legal work that is required to implement a reduction in force or a large scale layoff or firing of federal workers. So I think that Mr. Vogt should come before Congress and explain why he believes that he and the Trump administration are above the law. So I've asked Chairman Comer to hold the hearing so Mr. Vogt can explain himself. I'm frankly not optimistic that that hearing will come to pass, but I do intend to discuss it with Chairman Comer.
Now, realistically, if Vogt and the administration move forward with these layoffs, are there any steps that can be taken to stop this, or will this really just end up being, a scenario where more cases are just ending up in court to fight this?
Well, it's already in court. After the threat was made, a number of organizations representing federal employees fired a suit. Frankly, I think it's open and shut. It's very clear. The law is very clear. I think the Trump administration even recognizes that internally. There was reporting this week that senior leaders within agencies have warned the White House that what they've threatened to do would be illegal. It's really not a question. It is patently illegal. And if they try it, they'll lose in court.
We are into day 3 of this government shutdown now. What have you been hearing directly from federal workers in Virginia and just across the DMV who are kind of caught in the middle of this fight?
Federal workers are frustrated and fed up at this point. The shutdown, I think, adds to it, but it's been 9 months of siege and assault that federal workers have faced from the Trump administration. Thousands being fired, some legally, many illegally. In my view, their public service denigrated and attacked. So this latest Trump shutdown adds to it. But I think at this point, most of the federal workers I hear from want us to continue to fight. They want us to fight not just to end the health care cuts that are looming, but to secure some protections for federal workers moving forward.
And we just have about 30 seconds left, but I want to ask you, because there's just so much uncertainty right now. Can you kind of walk us through the timeline of what we can expect to unfold on Capitol Hill, a vote later today? What should we expect to happen over the next several days?
The Senate will vote again on both proposals, the partisan Republican spending plan and the Democratic proposal. It seems clear that both will fail again. What should happen then is a negotiation. You have two competing proposals, neither can pass. You should have a negotiation. I think what will happen is the House will return next week and we'll continue to have a stalemate into next week.
All right, Congressman, thank you so much for your time and your insight. We appreciate it.